but it was the things that he said and the way they made me feel. That's the reason why I'm not with him today. And one of those things that he said to me was when we were already splitting up and I was moving out. And I was telling him, like, hey, we don't need to do a nasty divorce, but like, you do need to, like, give me some money to go on about my way because I've been a stay at home mom for the past year and a half and I don't have anything to show for that year where I could have been earning money. I was at home taking care of us. Like, you got to work because of my sacrifice, so I deserve something. And like, nothing unreasonable, but just something so that I can breathe, so that I'm not like paycheck to paycheck, literally. And he told me, he said, and I also said that, yeah, I didn't work, but like, I provided value because I gave birth to two children and I raised them, and I helped with family life. And his answer was, what you did, that's not how value works. What you didn't have any value because there was a lot of women who wanted to give me kids. I could have had kids with anybody, but you can't just run out and go find a man to provide for you any day of the week. So me providing for you was more valuable than you giving me two children. And like, I just I just really want to spare like any young woman what you go through to bring these children to this planet is not worth what they're telling you is going to be your reward. I had to sit there and hear him say that to my face. When they say marriage is a humiliation ritual, this is what they mean. I've forgotten more shit that he said like that to me than I can remember.
I don't trust anybody who will turn on a camera and put their personal business out there to the world, much less turn on a camera and starts crying. I just think that's a sign of mental issues. That's just what I think. Now, this chick, she wants her husband that she decided to walk away from. She walked away from the marriage, and she is demanding her husband to provide some type of financial assistance for her since she decided to be a stay-at-home mom, and he's not going for that, right? Because in all reality, pretty much she want him to give her money while she goes seek a new man. That's pretty much what it is. But what's very interesting though, this is how she feels about a job.
Having to text your manager that you're going to be late because you're taking your daughter to her first day of school and there was a lot of things going on. It's just like, it's almost like you're a child. And like, it should just be fine to be late. Like, it literally should just be fine to be late unless it's affecting others.
This is her mindset. She thinks you should be able to show up to work whenever you feel like it. All right? So, if you own a company and you hire a person, it will cost you money to hire that person. So that person got to produce enough production at work for it to make sense. Or else, if they don't, you will go out of business. So her mindset is you should be able to come to work whenever you feel like it. I mean, it's just a job. So obviously, this woman is extremely privileged. So it's not surprising that she is leaving her husband and she's demanding him give her money since she was a stay-at-home mom raising their kids. Now, to me, if I'm married to a woman and she wants to leave the marriage, my main focus is to provide for the kids, not her. Not her, the kids. I'm focused on providing and raising my kids because, like I said, she wants that man to give her money while she seek out another man. Isn't that crazy? Check this out.
How I ended up on this date was because I'm newly single. I was going out of town and I just wanted to go on a date. But I didn't want to go on a date with anyone that really reminded me of my ex. But I also just didn't want to go on a date with anyone who I perceived to be like, I don't know, just like that stereotypical energy of masculines taking you on a date. Like trying to get something out of it, like, peacocking and all that. I really just wanted to have fun. So I matched with this guy on a dating app. And mind you, I was only on the dating app for this purpose. So I was not trying to meet anyone to date. I was just trying to meet someone for this trip that I was going on to go on a date during this trip. That's it. He was a stand-up comedian. It was all over his profile. I love stand-up comedy. When he matched with me and he matched with me, I messaged him in response to like a really funny joke that he had, like some sort of punchline or one-liner. And as we had a conversation, he was just very funny and charming in the text. We never talked on the phone. First mistake. So he invited me to this place where it was kind of like a game hall, like pool, board games, and things of that nature. I was totally down for that because, like I said, I just wanted to have fun. Like, it wasn't about courting or going somewhere fancy. I just wanted to have fun. So when I get there, I'm kind of like, this place is a bit of a dive, but it was fine. I got in there. Y'all, I met the guy. And what I could say is, like, his pictures online, he wasn't my type. He wasn't a stereotypically attractive guy. I wasn't sure what he was ethnically, but he was more like Middle Eastern. And it was never about that for me. But when I met him, I noticed that like the confidence and the communication skills that were in the text messages were completely missing. Like he couldn't really hold a conversation that felt enthusiastic and genuine. It honestly seemed like he was trying to just monitor what I was saying and just say whatever I wanted to hear. So I was like, oh, okay. But honestly, I just felt compassionate. I was like, this guy, he seems like he's had it hard. Like, he's not very physically attractive. He seems kind of nerdy and shy, which is odd because he's a stand-up comedian. But, like, it's fine. Like, my energy is very open and accepting. So I was just like, let's go with it. So we hang out and get food. And I don't drink, so no drinks. And we ended up playing board games, basically. And to be honest, it was very uneventful. Nothing really happened. We talked a little bit about him being Palestinian, and I let him know like how, like fuck IDF. But ultimately it was just a non-starter. Like it wasn't an amazing date, but it just wasn't what it was. I feel like he kind of put on in the text messages to be something maybe that he's just not comfortable being in real life. Tell me why. When I get home, I text him, I say, thanks for a good time. And he says, yeah, I really appreciate that. I just want you to know, since I don't know if I'm going to see you tomorrow, I'm really well endowed, and I want you to sit on it. When I saw that text come through my phone, I really couldn't even believe what was happening because, mind you, this man has no riz, no charisma. He's very, very shy, very introverted. When he laughs, it kind of sounds like the Joker in the new Joker movie, where it's like, are you okay? Like, it's a very off-putting laugh that he has. And he never made any sexual advance towards me at all. It was very like, almost like I'm like on a date with a 12-year-old kid. So for him to have the gall to text me that.
Yo, I truly feel bad for the man who saw this woman and said to himself, I want to marry her. I want to start a family with this woman. Just think about it, fam. This woman left her marriage to go on a dating app. And in her mind, which is pure BS, she was on there hunting for new dinner. But she claims she was on there for fun or whatever the case may be. But just think about that, bro. She left a marriage to go on a dating app. And this is what I mean when I say some women wants to be married, but they don't want to be a wife. They are not prepared and they are not built to be a wife. You got to pay attention to a woman's actions. If a woman is willing to leave a marriage and a man that she had kids with to do some shit like that is very telling. That's a woman who belongs to the streets. And as men, this is why you have to be very selective and take your time, get to know a woman, do a background check. If a woman is making weird videos and crying on the internet and things like that, if she's putting up videos on the internet talking about her relationship, if she's going to the internet and putting her relationship information out there, keep away from a woman like that, bro. I'm just trying to tell y'all. This is what I mean when I say the signs are always there. To me, that screams mental issues. It is what it is, man. Fellas, be wise out here, man. That's just the bottom line. But please leave your thoughts in the comments. It's your boy AyeQ. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm out.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. Y'all already know. Don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.